In 2023, the Bell Witch isn't just history anymore. She's back, and she's angrier than ever. Welcome to Haunting Horrors, where we uncover the darkest secrets of America's most terrifying legends. I'm your host, Sarah Blackwood, and tonight we're diving deep into a case that's been haunting the nation for over 200 years. The Bell Witch of Adams, Tennessee. But this isn't just another retelling of an old ghost story. In 2023, new evidence has come to light, and the witch, well, she's making her presence known once again. Buckle up, because this is one ride you won't forget. For those unfamiliar with the tale, let's set the stage. The year was 1817, and the Bell family of Adams, Tennessee, found themselves under attack by an unseen force. This entity, which came to be known as the Bell Witch, tormented the family for years, focusing particularly on the patriarch, John Bell, and his youngest daughter, Betsy.
The witch's antics ranged from harmless pranks to violent assaults.
Witnesses reported hearing strange noises, seeing objects move on their own, and even conversing with the spirit. The haunting became so infamous that it caught the attention of future President Andrew Jackson, who allegedly fled from the Bell farm after a terrifying encounter.
But here's where things get interesting. In 2023, new theories and investigations have shed light on this centuries-old mystery, and what they've uncovered, well, it's enough to make your blood run cold.
Our team decided to revisit the Bell Witch Cave, the supposed epicenter of the haunting. Armed with the latest paranormal investigation equipment, we set out to uncover the truth behind the legend. What we found was unexpected, to say the least.
First, let's talk about the EVP sessions. For those unfamiliar, EVP stands for Electronic Voice Phenomenon, essentially capturing spirit voices on recording devices. We've conducted hundreds of these sessions before, but nothing could have prepared us for what we heard in that cave.
The voice was clear, crisp, and undeniably female. But here's the kicker. It wasn't just speaking English. Throughout our session, we captured phrases in an old dialect that linguistic experts have identified as consistent with early 19th century Tennessee speech patterns. Coincidence? I think not.
But the real shocker came when we analyzed the thermal imaging footage. Take a look at this. Show thermal image of a human-shaped figure. This figure appeared for exactly 3 seconds before vanishing. Notice anything strange? Look closely at the head.
That's right. It appears to be deformed, almost as if it's partially caved in. Now, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but it's worth noting that John Bell, the witch's primary target, died of a mysterious illness that caused similar deformities. Could this be the witch herself, or perhaps one of her victims? The implications are chilling. Now let's talk about the Bell Witch Fall Festival. For over 20 years, this event has celebrated the legend with staged productions and historical reenactments. But in 2023, something changed. We interviewed several attendees who reported unusual experiences during the festival. Let's hear from one of them.
I've been coming to this festival for years, but this time, it was different. During the spirit performance, I felt this cold hand on my shoulder. I turned around thinking it was my husband, but there was no one there. And then I heard this whisper in my ear, "You're next." I haven't been able to sleep since.
This wasn't an isolated incident. Over a dozen attendees reported similar experiences. But here's where it gets really interesting. Remember that thermal image I showed you earlier? We captured that during this year's festival. Is it possible that by reenacting these events year after year, we've somehow strengthened the witch's presence? Have we unknowingly created a gateway between our world and hers? Part 4. The curse spreads. But the terror doesn't end in Adams, Tennessee. In the months following the 2023 festival, we've received reports of Bell Witch-like phenomena occurring across the country. Let's take a look at this map. Each of these points represents a reported incident. Notice anything strange? That's right. They all correspond to locations where festival attendees traveled after the event. It's as if the curse has latched onto these unsuspecting tourists, following them home and spreading like a supernatural virus. We've heard reports of unexplained noises, objects moving on their own, and even physical attacks, all bearing the hallmarks of the original Bell Witch haunting. One particularly disturbing case comes from Seattle, Washington. A family who attended the festival returned home to find their house changed. Take a look at these photos. Notice the subtle differences. The window placements, the roof angle. It's as if their modern home has been partially transformed into a 19th century Tennessee farmhouse. Architectural experts are baffled, and the family, well, they're too terrified to return. Part 5. The Witch Speaks. But perhaps the most chilling development of 2023 came just last month. During a live streaming event from the Bell Witch Cave, something unprecedented occurred. Watch closely. Disembodied voice. 2 centuries of mockery, or 2 centuries of disbelief. Your time is up. The reckoning is here. This message was broadcast to over 10,000 live viewers before the stream abruptly ended. Attempts to contact the stream organizers have been unsuccessful, and disturbingly, local authorities have reported them missing. Is this the beginning of a new, more terrifying chapter in the Bell Witch saga? Has our fascination with this legend awakened something that should have remained dormant? As we wrap up this investigation, one thing is clear. The Bell Witch is no longer just a historical curiosity or a quaint local legend. In 2023, she's become a very real, very present threat to those who've attended the festival, visited the cave, or even watched this video. Be vigilant. The witch's curse seems to be spreading, and none of us may be safe. Remember, skepticism is healthy, but dismissing the supernatural entirely, well, that might just be the last mistake you ever make. This is Sarah Blackwood, signing off from Haunted Histories. Sleep tight, and whatever you do, don't answer if you hear a knock in the night. For more chilling investigations, subscribe to Haunted Histories. New videos every Friday at midnight. And remember, the truth is out there, but sometimes you might not like what you find.